Hey guys, today's video is going to be a bit different than my usual videos. So 2 years ago, I posted a video to the subreddit Catastrophic Failure showing this drone footage of the aftermath of the Lake Dunlap dam breaking, and the footage has gone viral a couple of times since then. And so the last time, a couple of weeks ago, somebody reached out and said, hey, it's been 2 years, can you give us an update on this? So I figured I'd go out and show you guys like how the lake is doing, what it looks like now after a year and a half of being dewatered. So you can see here how far the water has receded. The dam broke at 8 a.m. and this footage was taken about 3 p.m. And already all this water has drained out. All these docks are way out of the water. There's a pontoon boat that's like resting on the lake bed. And you can just see that the stumps and stuff that are usually below water are sticking out of the water 3-4 feet. So this was like a catastrophic event. All the property value here of these lakefront properties essentially slashed overnight. Some people were stuck with homes that they were trying to sell that they had flipped, and now they were not able to sell them for anything close to what was actually reasonable. My wife and I went down to our dock, and we were just taking footage, and we were just in shock. We had grown up on this lake, and you just always assume it's going to be there, but it was just all held in by this one dam built in the 30s, and that dam failed, and the lake goes away, and there's nothing you can do to change it, or at least so we thought. So we were pretty sad and bummed out about the lake. I was amped for my kids to swim in the same lake I had, and I know a lot of people felt the same way. And so I'm happy to actually report that after the dam failed and the lake dewatered, the PLDA, in particular the board members, Jay Harmon's the president, and the other board members, Doug Harrison and Dr. Larry Johnson, they led an effort, a community effort to establish a Lake Dunlap Water Control and Improvement District and work directly with Guadalupe Blanco River Authority, which is the authority that managed the old dam, to develop a plan to rebuild this dam and create a special tax district with the sole purpose of restoring the lake. That plan was overwhelmingly approved by voters on November 3rd, 2020, and the lake will be restored. I'm going to leave a link to lakedunlap.org in the description, which is a website they set up to kind of, involve the community. It's an amazing resource. They also have a YouTube channel that is criminally underrated. It has almost no views, and the videos there are great. I'm going to show you my favorite video. It goes into how the dam failed basically, and I think that'll be really interesting for you guys. And then after that, I will show you some of the footage I captured the other day.
When I showed up for the first meeting, the first question is, anybody here ever built a dam? And that's kind of where we started.
I came out to go to work one morning, and you could see the water moving, visibly going down. By that time, we had realized it was a catastrophic issue.
GBRA called me and told me that the dam broke. I said, no. I said, you mean that the gate failed? And they said, no, it's gone. So that means the whole lake's gonna dewater. I couldn't believe it.
I wanted to help out any way I could to get the lake back, and I attended one of the PLDA meetings where we were gonna try to come up with ideas to restore the lake.
We passed around a paper on a yellow notebook pad and said, who are you and what qualifications do you have and how can you help?
Immediately, I was impressed with the diversity of backgrounds around the table. We had guys that understood bonds. We had guys that understood mud districts. We had some builders.
We had communication folks, and we really had a great team put together from the onset, I think. All the years we've been on this lake, I had no idea how the bear trap gate really functioned. So I started to educate myself on these bear trap gates. Immediately when you see those pictures, you can say, there's the problem. Those have been underwater for 90 years. And I think what they didn't really give a lot of thought to was how those pins and all that steel would be maintained.
GBRA couldn't believe it. I mean, they were devastated also, just like we were. They had no idea how to fix the problem. They were looking at us, we were looking at them. We were looking at anybody that would help us. We started with plan A and it wouldn't work. We went to plan B and it wouldn't work. Got all the way to plan F and we went, I think we finally got something here that we can work with. After this, then the meetings were 50 people, 60 people, 70 people, over 100 people, then over 800 people. Everybody came together, and now we're just waiting on November the 3rd.
Good morning, guys. I posted a video of the local dam breaking and the water draining out, and that's been almost 3 years ago now. And people have been asking me for an update video, so I'm going to show you guys what the lake bed looks like now. I'll show you the original footage and of the dam breaking, and we got some drone footage of what the lake bed looked like right after and how far the water has gone down. And today I'm going to show you guys a couple spots where we hang out and show you how far the water's fallen down, and what the vegetation looks like around here, because you wouldn't think it, but a lot of plants and stuff have grown up where it used to be raw lake bed. So this dock right here used to be the main dock we had down here, and it was only a foot out of the water. You can see here the you can see here on that post where the water came up to, and it was about right here compared to the dock, maybe about there. And now you can see it's just way out of water. Somebody came down here and added a ladder to the very bottom. It's so steep right here, I can't even get down there. But you can see we've got like trees growing out of here now, and then across the lake, that's the shallow part. The trees and brush on that side is higher than the surface of the lake was. So when they rebuild this dam, they're gonna have to shred all that down so that it doesn't impede any boats or anything like that. So it's really like destroyed the ecology of the lake, because that used to be where, you know, fish and stuff would hang out, and now it's just grown up so much. So where I'm standing now, we used to have a rope swing off one of the trees, and we had a little dock right there where you could stand on it and swing off the dock into the water. So where I'm standing now my head would be about 10 feet underwater. So here's that dock. So here's where I'm standing, and way up here is the dock, or the deck that we used to rope swing off of. And this is actually the ladder we would use to get out of the water. So we'd climb up this ladder, and then now we're out of the water, just barely. So you can see it's drained about 25 feet of water out of here. All right, guys, we're over here at a little local boat ramp. This guy owns a piece of property, and he would charge people $5 to launch their boat. And here's the ramp. This used to be the ramp right here. And you can see, because of the water coming out, he just expanded the ramp out to the waterfront. This all used to be underwater right here. You can see all the old docks and retaining walls right here. So this all used to go, you see that line of rocks up there? That used to be, water used to go all the way up to that. And you can just see how much water drained out of here, because this is particularly like a flat spot on the lake. And all of this water drained out when the ram busted. And so what this guy did is he just put like base out here so that people could come down and still launch their boats. So yeah, this is basically the original like river channel here. And when they built the dam, it raised the water levels up. But once the dam broke, all this water drained out, and this is what we're left with. And so this guy that ran this private boat dock, he just, you know, pushed the boat dock out, and people are still using it. So pretty good. But yeah, there's like one other spot I want to show you guys before we head back to the house. All right, guys, here's the last spot I wanted to show you. Here's the boat dock right here, and you can see the water's all the way out there. This all used to be underwater. All this green grass right here, from here down, all used to be underwater. So one of the things I didn't mention in my other videos is that when the dam burst, nobody was expecting that to happen. So people had like boats, pontoon boats, like big expensive boats out in the water, and they just, when the dam burst, the water went out, and they just were resting on the lake bed. And so they had to get like heavy machinery and stuff out to recover those boats, because if you just leave them out there, they'll get rusted out and go bad. And it's been 2 years, so yeah, pretty crazy stuff. So here, guys, you can see I'm on the edge of where they stopped trimming the brush down and where they just started trimming it out and mowing. So check this out. This is untrimmed. It's taller than I am, you know, and I'm 6 foot. And they just started mowing this out so that it wouldn't get too overgrown. But like this stuff here, when the lake comes back, I don't know what's gonna happen to this stuff, right? Does it just stay here? Because some of this stuff is gonna be, it's taller than where the water level was. You can see over here. So I don't know what the plan is for when they build this dam back. What's gonna happen with all this stuff. Okay, guys, that's the new lake. Still a lot of work to be done to get this dam ready, and to get the lake filled up with water again. But I do just want to thank again all the folks for the committee to restore Lake Dunlap. Without them, this dam would be gone. There was a similar issue on Lake Wood several years ago, and that lake never came back. GBRA didn't have the money to fix it, and they just said, hey, this is a net loss for us. We're not going to fix this lake. So that very easily could have been Lake Dunlap. But thanks to the community, and thanks to some of these folks that, you know, had a vested interest in making sure this lake came back and making sure that their grandchildren swam in the same lake and enjoyed the same lake they had when they were growing up, this lake is coming back. And that means that my kids and their kids get to enjoy this lake as well. So thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe so you catch my next video. We're gonna have a project on this lake coming up. We're gonna renovate the lake lot so that it looks a lot better. Now that the water's drained out, it's a lot easier to work on it. And so we're gonna have a project definitely to restore this lake lot and make it usable again. So definitely stay tuned for that.